going to do something a little different. We're going to bring you into our world. I'm going to get over on this mic over here because these are the two fiddlers. I play a bit of fiddle, but anyway, and we're just going to bring you into our kitchen. And there's the three of us and Vivian on the piano, and we're going to play a few tunes by Ned Landry just off the cuff. Okay, that's all right with you.
You're going to play off the cuff, are you?
I don't have no. I have a fiddle right out here. I'm fine. So we're going to start off. Ned wrote a lot of good music. We have not enough time, even if we went to midnight, to cover it all. I'm serious. And they're playing it everywhere, aren't they, Ivan?
They are certainly, and we were in the Canadian Grandmasters this past week, and Ned Landry tunes being played, people asking about him. So anywhere we travel,
yeah,
always ask about Ned Landry, or they want a Ned Landry tune.
And you know when I am serious about this, he was born in St. John, and he was proud to be a St. Johner. So to me, that counts a lot. It really does.
Yep.
And one of the tunes that I don't play, but I guess Ned wrote, was called the Ripple Rock. Am I right?
Ripple Rock Jig.
Can you guys do a little bit of that?
We certainly will try.
So Ivan, maybe I should ask Allison first, because I think probably, Allison, you and Ned go back farther. I mean, a lot farther.
It's probably about 90 years ago.
No, but I know I've heard of this place called Club XL. I have, and I never was there. But you played with Ned.
Oh yeah, we had great times there. We played there for 2 or 3 years anyway together.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was always a great pleasure.
Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you stayed in touch.
Oh yes.
All the time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, visited Ned quite a bit. You know?
Yeah. Good
It was
stuff.
always a pleasure to have a tune with Ned.
Yeah. How about you, Ivan?
My time with Ned goes back about 30 years to around the late 80s. I remember that we had put on a super fiddle show in Riverview, at the Riverview High School then, and he was one of the guests that I asked to come on that show. And our next year's our 30th anniversary of that show, the Super Fiddle Show, and I know that the people were extremely aroused by Ned's playing, and at that time we had the Calgary Fiddlers in, and he had composed a tune for the director of that Calgary Fiddlers. And of course they said when they came, I hope Ned Landry would be on the show, and we were able to get Ned to be on the show. So our time goes back to then. And then over the years, one of the places we played together was the Festival by the Sea here in St. John when it was on. And he enjoyed that so much, he went home and he composed a tune for Vivian and I.
Wow.
And he played it on a mandolin, guitar, and a fiddle.
Wow.
Put it on a cassette for us. And
he did one that started like a classical song, opera or something.
The operetta square dance.
I like that.
Yes.
Can you try a little twig of that? That'd be great. Good stuff. That's called the operetta
Square dance.
Operetta square dance. Well, you know, I wrote down a few of Ned's accomplishments, which are a lot. This is coming from somebody who's never had a nomination in his life. Okay, so I'm just like Donald Trump. You know what I mean? That didn't come out right, did it? No. Ned was three-time Canadian fiddle champion, and he was in the Order of Canada, New Brunswick Country Music Hall of Fame. He played, of course, with Don Messer, and I used to run home every Saturday and watch Bunny Sparks and George Hector and Ned Landry on the Maritime Farmers. Do you remember that? I do. I get my hair cut, and then I go home. Anyway, and he wrote a tune called Selena.
Oh yeah, this was for his first wife.
Yes.
Yes, and beautiful number. Here's a gentleman right down here that played trumpet. Was it on that album? On our Generations album, we did an album with Ned in 2001, and started off, I believe, with. Well, I know Selena was inside the recording somewhere. I guess we started with the Hillbilly Calypso, didn't we? Yep. But anyway, let's do a little bit of Selena. It'd be nice. They don't get much prettier than that one.
And you know, Allison and I, we played Ridgewood, maybe a month and a half ago, and we went in and we saw Ned, and you know, he was fine, and wasn't playing, but I mentioned to him that he has his name pronounced more times on the weekend than anybody else I know, and he just kind of woke up to that news. He really did. It was nice to see. And I said, your song is used as the theme song for weekend mornings out of Halifax. They play it 6 times on Saturday and 5 times on Sunday. And it's written by Ned Landry. And I do not play it, but I know Ivan does. So. Happy times? Recognize that? Theme song for Weekend Mornings by Ned Landry. He just wrote song after song. And he wrote a song for this gentleman right here. And it's called the Al Inch Waltz. Yeah. And if I could get, I think how appropriate to get Al Inch and Ivan Hicks to play it as well. Let's try it. Go ahead, Al. Beautiful. So we gotta. It's not down on the list, but you got to do a little bit of hillbilly calypso. That is one of my all-time favorites. Do you like hillbilly calypso? He wasn't even supposed to record it. Listen to this. Wow. And on and on and on. And how about the Woodchoppers? I think that's a difficult tune to play, and it's a fiddle tune. It's really a fiddle tune. It kind of reflects the Maritimes, Atlantic fiddling. Here we go. Well, we're going to get the whole band back now. If I can keep this microphone from collapsing on me. Anyway. Yeah, I will. Yeah. So to conclude our little part here, we're going to play a tune that's very close to my heart. Ned wrote a song called the Gene Morris Polka, and it is soon becoming a real hit with all the fiddlers around. We had to play it when we were down in Florida. We have to play it just about everywhere we go, and it's a Ned Landry tune. What can I say? And just to make it special, we're going to invite Ned's son, Don Landry, to come up. Would you help us welcome Don to the stage? He's a fiddler too. I have to play a card on it, so you get right in there. Yeah. Oh, this is getting serious. So Ned would come up to the mic. I remember so many times. He'd come to the mic and he said, "Hey, hey, the Gene Morris Polka." Here we go. Don Landry, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Donnie. Good man. Pretty special for sure. I think we should call ourselves the Ned Landry Show Band from here on in. I can tell you that. Oh, yeah. Think about that, huh? Played a lot of great music, that's for sure. We're going to